Hi folks, it's Monday. Monday's the day I go out and flipping spend on a load of rubbish normally. I don't know if you do it. What I do is if I've got a burner and I want to put, I've got to get this the right way round because I always get it the wrong way. Wax melts. if I put a wax melt into it and I want a tea light, I usually find that I'm using a scented wax melt and a scented tea light. So I actually went out and bought myself some plain ones. 100 for £2. Not bad, is it? I can sit over there. I found this t-shirt, £1.50 extra large. I like the design on it, unless anybody tells me different, because I don't know what the hell it is really. Looks like a sort of way out lobster. And there's one on the back. So if anybody can tell me if that is a logo of anything particular, because depending on what it's a logo of might mean it goes, who knows. Because if that's a bloody wrapping t-shirt, it's gone. So I bought that today anyway. The other bit was this. It was 75 pence, which isn't bad. And it's one of those little spiral cages. I don't know if you can see it. That you can put stuff in it. Well, this has got a stone-like thing in it, which to me looks like a pebble, and it could be. Somebody could have just picked it off the beach and said, I like that pebble. But I don't know if you can actually see it. If anybody, if you can see it well enough, I don't know if anybody knows if that's something special or not, because I'm not really into stones and that. I don't know much about them. But there's a little cage. I can keep my pet fly in that. Just joking really. What else did I get? Where are you? Yeah. This was £3.50 and they're over there actually. Anybody's seen them before? I did make a little animation film of them. There was a little salt and pepper pot and they look like this. If anyone remembers. The salt and pepper pot, that one's got his arms in that direction, the other one like that, and they actually sort of go together and hug each other when you're not using them. I made a little animation of them dancing around. But so this would have been nice if it was a little oil container or something, but it isn't. It's a money box. But I could use it as a money box. I think it's a little ghost. But what I'm going to do is, this is where you've got to be inventive. I'm going to use it in the kitchen, and a couple of knives that I use for sandwiches and that sort of thing, spreading butter and such, I'm going to put into the back in the slot. So the poor little ghost is being stabbed in the back. So yeah, that's adapting something for something else. So that will go in the kitchen. It will stand there as a little knife holder. The big thing today is it's a project I'm starting to do, which will take a little while, at least 2 days. Knowing me, because I don't hang about. Just over there, my big reclining chair. At the side there's something about that size that I put my cup and all that sort of thing on. Near the wall, a little tiny cabinet. Wanted something bigger that I can put my cup and bits and bobs on when I'm not using it. So I had this idea. The cabinet's going to be in the idea, it's going to be turned sideways, and that'll be the stable support, as you might say, so it'll go on there. What I'm going to be making is a table which is primarily a coffin lid, and this is what it will be made from. Bit of MDF. So I'll give up dates as I go along with this, or it'll be now and then it'll be when I've actually done it. But yeah, this will be the coffin lid, so it'll be what you call what do you call them flipping coffins? Something nippers or something, I don't know, but it's the ones that are that shape, not the casket ones. You'll have to look it up. I'm not flipping there. Anyway, so that, as you might think, is quite a flipping short coffin. Well, it is, because I haven't got that much room there from the wall to where the chair ends. I don't get coming right out into the living room. So what will happen, before that, here's the bits of wood for the beading and such around the lid. I'll give you more idea of that in a minute. But what this will be, it'll be coffin shape. The wide end will be towards the front of the chair, so it gives me plenty of space to put cups and that sort of thing. The thinner foot end will go towards the wall, and because it's short, I don't want to make a little coffin, because also if you had guests or anybody and it's a small coffin, anything that looks like that too small, you could cause people distress, because if they've had a child or anything that's passed on, looking at that isn't going to cheer them up any, is it? So I try not to have one that looks too small. So to make this look a bit more authentic, it's going to look like more of an adult size one, but it will go back that way to the wall. The little cabinet will hold this end up, the wall will have brackets, and it will hold the foot end up. But like I said, it's shorter than a coffin, so I'm going to have to put an effect there. So the effect will be that on the wall I shall put a little rail there with curtains that will hang like that, and that will go over the end of it, so it will actually look like it's partly gone into the wall, and at some point it will go in there and disappear. So that's what that looked like. It will be a coffin lid. So to make it look more bulky, for now I shall probably have black lace or something, curtain all ruffled all the way around it, so that drops to the floor, so it gives it body. And like I said, that I've got the little cupboard underneath. At a later date I may just put something about that deep around the top like a frill, and I'll actually buy more wood and do it coffin size, so it'll be coffin size with a plinth underneath it, so the plinth will open and you can still use your cupboard and that, but it'll look like it's a coffin on a plinth. But for now it will just add this curtain round it, so it'll look like a curtained shielded coffin, I suppose. So yeah, I shall keep you updated on that one. And that's it for today. Monday is one of them days when you go out and spend flipping money that you don't flipping want to. So folks, keep your eye open. I'll give you an idea as to what this is going to look like. But that's it. Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. In fact, sod it, it's a new week. Bloody go and do everything I would do, and have a few things that I wouldn't, because you're probably flipping more into it than me. So have fun. Don't do anything. No, I've said that. Behave yourself. See you later.